Hey everyone, I'm back. Post wisdom teeth. I've been away for about 20 days now because my face turned into Steve from Minecraft for a bit, but I'm back. So today what I want to get into is my Christmas themed study tip. A really effective study tip for all of you guys. And this one is Rudolph approved. And you'll see why. Because it's the season of giving, It's giving Christmas, as the kids say nowadays. It is. It really is. I want this tip for you guys. It's going to turn you from, Rudolph, just regular Rudolph, regular ass Rudolph. Rudolph from Monday to Friday at his 9 to 5 to Rudolph on that foggy night. We all know what happened on that foggy night. When I say reindeer, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm mentioning. I don't even have to say the name when I say reindeer. We ain't talking about no Blitzen. We're not mentioning the name Dancer. We're not even going to bring up Cupid. When I say reindeer, you know I'm talking about Rudolph. It's no debate. So, what's the study tip? So the study tip is eliminate distractions. So really just think about it. On that foggy night, do you think Rudolph had any distractions when he was pulling that sleigh? No. He was absolutely locked in, as the kids say nowadays. And that's what you've got to do too, at university. So for me, personally, when I'm studying, no phones. Absolutely not. Say I wake up in the morning, I've got a personal rule where my phone's on airplane mode. I can't hear any notifications it brings up. Literally, actually, the only notification the whole week I hear when my phone's on airplane mode is the screen time. It says, and that's on a Monday morning. That's the only notification. It comes at about 9 a.m. I think everyone has that. That's the only notification I ever get on my phone. The message, ding from Instagram, whatever it may be, never hear it while my phone's on airplane mode. And it just makes me so much more productive because, literally, I'm at heart, a 5-year-old. During the day, especially during the morning, that's my main study block. But during the afternoon, say I'm studying at 5 p.m. or something, and my phone's on Wi-Fi, if I hear a ding, I'm gonna pick that up within about 5 seconds. I can't resist myself once I hear the ding. But what can I cut out? The ding. So if I can cut out hearing the notification, I'm already 90% there to the way to success and cutting out distractions. My next thing is no social media in the morning. I just really find, I know there's been studies and stuff that says even if you look at something away from your work, for say maybe 2 minutes, you might think, you're only off task, off the target for 2 minutes. But there's studies showing for the next 15 to 20 minutes, your brain can't fully focus on your work back after you've looked at something else. So you want to remove social media because for most people nowadays, that is the biggest thing. So if you get rid of that, then you'll just be able to focus so much more clearly on that one thing. The next thing is kind of eliminating distractions, eliminating every other frivolous thing, is just knowing what you're going to do first thing in the morning. So the best thing to do probably is write it down. I kind of get a little bit lazy with this sometimes myself, and I don't write it down, but I think I probably just kind of think of it from the night before, when I'm finishing studying up one night, I'm okay, this is what I'm going to do in the morning. So I don't need to write it down necessarily all the time because I've just got it in my mind, so you can do that as well if you want. But it probably is better to write it down because then you've got it written for you. So I probably got to be more consistent with that myself, but that's a really good one to make sure you're not going to do anything wasteful in the morning because, again, you do have that best focus in the morning. Again, it doesn't really matter what time of day you study. As long as you study, you put that work in, and you want to make sure your time is efficient. When you're studying, you're sitting down, you're going to be okay, I'm going to study for the next 2 hours. You want to make sure you're actually putting in that time for 2 hours, and then you can go off and be happy knowing you've got the work done. It's not after that 2 hours, you realize, I only got 30 minutes of work done or something, like so many of us are. And then the last thing is figure out whether studying with friends is productive. For most people, it's not. Let's just keep it real. I've got this friend, and a few weeks ago, or maybe it was a few months ago or something, he was telling me about how he only ever studies for university at university in the library with his friends. That's the only time he ever studies. And he was telling me about how that means basically he's got to be there from 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Really think about that. 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. That's a full-time job. He's not getting paid for any of it. He's just hanging out with friends. And it's is that a good social thing? Sure. But it's think about it. What if you could get that work? He was saying he probably gets the work done in double the time it takes. Because, again, they're just talking for so much of it. Like, really think about that. You could get that work done in half the time. And then for the other half, instead of just hanging out in a library and talking to your friends, you could go and do some activity. You know, you could go to some, I don't know, concert you really want, do other, I don't know, some activity you really want, go play ball or whatever, you know? So it's like something that you guys actually enjoy a lot more than just sitting down, looking at a screen, being like, oh, did you see the score in this game or whatever? Or did you see the news or something? You know, so it's like, depends what you want at the end of the day. But I just find studying by yourself, you know, for me at home, if it's at a library and you're in like a quiet space in the library and you're by yourself, that's okay as well, I would say. But I mean, you got to figure out what's best for you. Maybe you do work best with other people, talking to other people and everything. So if that's the case, then by all means. But again, this is just Rudolph approved. Like, on that foggy night, he wasn't turning to other reindeers and chatting to them every 2 seconds. He was locked in. He needed to get that sleigh from point A to point B. Point A to point B. So, at the end of the day, thank you guys all for your time. Merry Christmas and goodbye.